Okay. We are recording. All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Tony Sharp, and this is my YouTube channel. Woo! This is my first video. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, say hello to my girl, Tanya. Hi, Tanya. She cute, ain't she, with her little bubble gum. Beat, honey, curls on pop, ass on shake. You can't really see that in the camera, but... So today, for my very first YouTube video, I decided it would be very fun if I talked about stage moments / challenges that I've had. For those of you who don't know me, I am a performer. I graduated just last year from Oakland University in Rochester, Michigan with a BFA in musical theater. So that is what I do. Currently, I'm just serving at a restaurant that shall not be named until I can save up to move to California, because I actually decided my last year of college that I wanted to go to LA and do more screen work, like camera and TVs, movies, that type of thing. For your senior year at our school, we do a senior showcase. Many schools do this. And we went to New York and performed, and I got very good reception. It went extremely well for me, but I just could not see myself living in New York for an extended period of time. It was too much. It was far too much. You know, all these people walking around and shit, and I'm just like, oh my God, can I get some space? Can I breathe? I can't even see a goddamn tree unless I go outside of Manhattan. And, you know, I'm not a nature type of bitch, but I like to see it from time to time. It just makes me feel like I'm breathing cleaner air. I don't know. That's how I feel. And that's just that on that. All right, so let's get into it. So I decided I'm gonna start with Cedar Point, of course. I worked at Cedar Point this summer. I had a summer contract, and I was working in one of their shows. And number one, okay, so just to give you guys some, we tried to do a manual power outage, okay? And the reason we did that, so let me just give you some context, okay? We performed 5 times a day, 30-minute breaks in between, which fly by the way. And this is full singing, dancing, all of it. This is all of it. Really felt bad for the girls because, yeah, the guys kind of sort of danced. It wasn't like hard stuff for us, but the girls do full splits and leg tilts and, you know, pirouettes and cartwheels and all this other stuff. And the guys are just sitting there being cute. So we had to perform this 5 times a day. And 6 times on Saturdays, only 1 day off a week, 1 day off. And that one glorious day was Monday. So we were pretty tired of the shit. It's basically the point. We were tired of it. So we tried to orchestrate. Hold on one second. I like to feel like I'm smothered, you feel me? So I have this thing. You don't need to see that. I have this thing, and I'm just gonna put it right here because it's giving me comfort. Okay, we tried to do a manual power outage, so and it was my idea. Ta-ta. Of course it was my idea. So it was my idea, and I was like, guys, we should do a manual fucking power outage. Let's go. And we start flicking the lights on and off. So we flicking the lights on and off and shit. We running around like plugging up the microwave and the fan and turning it all on. Ain't nothing in the fucking microwave, but it's on. And we doing all of this shit. And then you have the infamous Keaton. I love Keaton. She cracked me the fuck up throughout that entire 4 months. And she goes, guys, flush the toilets. And we like, girl, the toilet is not electricity. Like, what? Keaton, like you are fried. Okay. But this one did happen on stage. We were on stage and the power went out. And one of the cast members, his friend was in the audience and he was gonna watch us. And he had stayed there for so long just for the show to have a power outage. And it happened while we were on stage. So we're on the stage and everything's like da 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 da, and we just like. So then once that happened, bitch, I said, thank you. Okay, because I was like, listen, I look fried right now, but I'm going to make you look graceful as fuck, okay? Because I'm still on the stage. I'm still doing a job. I have to keep up the facade. Anyway, so that happened to us. That was pretty fucking funny. Happened to us one time we were on the stage and then the sound cut out. Like, so we're in the middle of the song and then a cue where it stops and comes back and it just never came back. So we're on the stage and I'm holding my partner. Her name is Annie. Love Annie. And my hand was on her back and we're just set. And we dead in the fucking center. So you know everybody looking at us because we on the steps and in the middle. So I'm holding her and my hand got behind her and I gripped her back and I was like, Annie, what are we supposed to do? And we just sitting there looking stupid, like. And then the technician finally cut the shit back on, and then Perry holds the key to your heart. Oh shit, that shit was funny. There was also the impending danger that a light could possibly fall on us at any minute. There will also be times where, okay, so we had a lift. And I would lift Annie up and she would present like this. And then when she's coming back down, her mic cord is on her neck. And then it was one of these kind of mics, like the hands-free mics. And my mic will always catch onto her cord, like hook onto it. So now we're doing this and she's like, and so we would run off the stage in the middle of the number to fix it and then run back on like nothing ever happened. Jesus. Okay, so there was one time where this boy that I ghosted, so we met and everything and it was cute and everything, but I was just like, I'm not gonna get too much into that, but he just like, he was annoying. You feel me? He was annoying. Like, it was like, you cute, but then you just ruined it because you annoying and you don't know how to give me my space and you blowing up my phone and you're not my nigga. So don't blow up my phone, is how I felt. We're not together. I told you I was only here for 4 months. This is just a little like 1-2 step. It's not what you think it is, baby boy, baby girl, little girl. And I just blocked him because I was like, I don't know how to explain. Once you're of a certain age, how do I explain to you that you're annoying? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're like 22 and you haven't picked up that certain things are just inappropriate or certain, and you don't have, and you're not neurally atypical. Let's make that distinction. Not talking about people who are neurologically atypical, but neurotypical, and you have not caught on, or maybe you missed the lesson. I don't know, but you missed that certain things you just shouldn't say, or certain things you shouldn't do. How am I supposed to teach you that? And I'm not your fucking mom. Your mom didn't do it. Your dad didn't do it. I'm not either of those, and I don't get paid for this, so I'm not about to do it. So I just cut him off, ghosted, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, this little boy planted his ass in the fucking performance. In the middle of my performance, I noticed he's sitting there. And I was like, bitch, I ghosted you, okay? You're at my show. So even though this is an uncomfortable situation, I'm getting paid for it. You're not. You know, so I was just like, I'm gonna keep on doing my thing. And I'm sitting there, you know, it's a theme park. So it's like the shows are cheese cheese factor is on 10, okay? So it's all, and that type of shit. It's not like serious. I'm sitting there cheesing in my little Irish costume when I ain't nobody's Irish. And he's sitting there, he gave me direct eye contact, and I guess he realized too. So maybe he didn't do it on purpose, but I don't care. And he started looking down at his phone like, little boy, you are not texting nobody. And he was smart enough to leave before the bows, because after we do our bows, we go straight into a meet and greet. And he was smart enough to not try to do no damn meet and greet with me, because I don't have nothing to say to you. I know I sound like me, but there was no bond. Like, we met one time. Okay. On the other hand, boy, I was in the audience, I was performing one time, and in the audience was Megatron. And when we went backstage, I'm backstage trying to change to my next costume, and I'm telling them, I'm like, did y'all see fucking Megatron in the audience? That man's sexy as hell. Like, it was a sin, goddammit, it was a sin. So everybody saw him, and I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. He just fine as fuck. And I never got his name or anything, but he gave me direct eye contact. Hey, daddy. So if you're watching the video and you know that was you, hit me up. Instagram, the Tony Sharp, with an E at the end. Now, I got a bone to pick with every last one of the Can girls. I don't know who it was. I got some ideas of who it was. Keaton, Annie. But y'all niggas was farting nonstop on stage, okay? That is not right. You need to cut it out. I do not want to come out opening my mouth wide as hell to hit these notes, and then I'm inhaling your toxic fumes. That's not fair. I don't get paid for that. So we would come out there, and it's just like, ooh, who the fuck just ripped that shit? Oh, Jesus. But we still gotta... And we on the inside crying because it smells like sewer and garbage juice. Ugh. But during school, for one of the summers, I did a summer show. They do a summer children's show. And I was Wiley in Wiley and the Hairy Man. Very fun role, very fun time performance. We don't have understudies and stuff like that for the summer tour. We had to carry all of our props and all that to each venue. So I'm helping carry my bed for the show, and that shit is heavy as fuck. It was complete wood, and it was extremely heavy. Shit dropped on my toe, and my toe was black. The nail was black. Okay. Still had to perform the whole show. Anybody who's seen Wiley and the Hairy Man, they know Wiley never leaves the show. He's never backstage. There was no backstage. On my right foot, I believe. Or maybe it was the left. Either way, painful as fuck. Wiley leapfrogs. Wiley runs, okay? Wiley does a lot of shit. And I didn't realize how much shit he did until my fucking toe was gone. So that was a lot for me. But I made it because I'm a trooper and I'm not a pussy. So at my school, that was when I had the privilege to be in all three of Tarell Alvin McCraney's brother-sister plays. He is my favorite playwright. Most of you probably know him from Moonlight, the movie that won several Oscars. And he's also, he does David Makes Man, I believe it's called, on OWN. I haven't gotten on that, but I need to get on that. Tarell, love you so much. He's also responsible for Choir Boy on Broadway. That was nominated for a couple Tonys. I think they actually won Best like sound design or something like that. I can't remember. But that's my favorite play. Actually, I read that way before it was going to Broadway, way before all of that. And then when I found out it was going, I actually cried because I was like, wow, a show about a gay Black man is going to be on Broadway for everyone to see. And that's amazing. The first installment of, I thank Tarell a lot because he's done things for me without knowing. Like, his show introduced me to one of my best friends in the entire world, Jordan Taylor, who is now at Case Western Reserve getting her master's MFA in acting. So congrats to her. Shout out to her. I love her so much. I'll definitely have her on these on my channel at some point so we could Kiki and shit. She's a fun time. You'll love her. But that's where I met her doing In the Red and Brown Water, and she played Oya, and I played Gungun, who is like the DJ. We sang this song. There's a part in the play where there's a funeral. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a funeral for one of the significant characters, and the way we did it, it was just so beautiful. Cause like we did this in a black box theater. There wasn't, you didn't have a lot of stuff. Like we didn't have a big old production budget and all that stuff. It was very simple, but I think that made it even more powerful because Tarell's writing is just so powerful that you don't really need all of that. If you have all of that, it's great because it enhances the fuck out of it, like out of what's already a masterpiece. But without it, and then because it was such an intimate theater and people are sitting right there, they hear every breath, every articulation, they hear everything, they could see everything. And for that funeral reception part, we were singing this song. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. And it was just such a pretty song, and we were all harmonizing to it while she's like, being taken to the afterlife. And every time we performed it, I was actually crying because it was just that powerful. Karen Sheridan, who is my professor and also the director of that show, genius, one of the hidden treasures of the world. And it just, I was with the audience crying every time that happened because it was just so beautiful and so like bittersweet. It was just the perfect song for that whole moment. I mean, that's one of my favorite stage moments ever. I'll never forget that song, and I'll always have Jordan in my life. We did all 3 installments from each different year. So my freshman year, we did In Around Brown Water. Sophomore year, I was Oshusi Size and Brother Size. That's the second part of the series. And then we did Marcus or The Secret of Sweet, which actually is what the Moonlight is loosely based off of. So in Marcus or The Secret of Sweet, I was Oshusi again. He's a ghost in this one. And then I was also Tarell, the homophobe of the show, which is hilarious. Okay, clearly. And there was a line where 2 characters that you don't expect, who are both male, end up kissing in the show. And Tarell is such a fucking head ass. So he's on the side of the stage and he's like, oh, y'all niggas gay. And every time I did that line, everybody was busting out laughing. And it was just so like liberating. Like, I don't know. I kind of like to make people uncomfortable when it comes to shows like this because you would have just the sweet, poor old white people in the audience, and they hearing us throw nigga left and right. We talking about pussy. We talking about nigga this, nigga that. We talking about all type. It's in the hood, so we talking about real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they would just be, they little bones was rattled. But it was hilarious. So that was one of my favorite moments. And then like, I would never live that down because after that show, everybody would be coming up to me talking about, Tony, can you say it again? Can you say it again? And I'm like, okay. Now it's not funny anymore because y'all keep on having me repeat the shit. And it was like All the white students really wanted me to say it because they can't say it. Also, whenever I was Oshusi in that show, I had to, because he's supposed to be emerging from water and all this shit. And we got money, but we ain't got that much money, okay? So we ain't do all that. So these niggas had the shirt drenched and they sprayed a mixture of like alcohol and like glycerin or some shit on my face and shit to make it look like I just came out of water, and like my whole chest was water and the shirt was soaked and it was white, so it was like see-throughs on my nipples out. And walking on the stage, at that time I had long hair. I don't have long hair anymore, but oh Jesus. Should have thought about that. That shit was cold as fuck. Like putting on a wet costume every time. And Clayton used to help me put it on. It was Clayton and it was one more person that her name is escaping me, but they would help me put it on. And bitch, I was on the stage pretending like I wasn't cold, like trying to stop my body from shivering, like hello. And sometimes the alcohol, like from the spray or whatever, it would like come down and get in my fucking eye. And so I'm on stage and that shit is burning. And I'm just sitting there like trying real hard not to really start crying or rub the shit. Because if I rub it, it's going to get worse. And then I'm forget my lines. Mind you, Oshusi had Bible. Lines was on Bible, okay? Like, why are you talking so much? And it, I mean, I know why, because I obviously analyzed the script. But he's just talking too much. And then it was like poetic too. So it's not how niggas talk every day. So it took a while to memorize that shit. And I'm sitting there trying to memorize that while also trying to react to the burning shit in my eye, while also staying engaged in the scene to try to respond to what Marcus is doing so that my shit makes sense. And we in a dimly lit part of the set, and it's just like a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Performers really go through some shit, okay? But that was still Cherish It, one of my favorite shows. That's the best show I've ever been in, like that touches me and like fed me artistically, you know? So, and then the biggest one of all is I was completely nude on stage in our production of Southern Promises. So it's a scene, first of all, shout out to Jordan once again, because that was student directed, and Jordan was the student who directed it. There's a scene where, because this is based off of a true story of a true slave who I was playing, who shipped himself to freedom. If you don't know about, I think his name is Henry Box something, I forgot the last name. Jesus Christ. Okay, but anyways, know your Black history. The slave mistress was forcing him to have sex with her, even though he didn't want to because he has a wife. And she threatened to take his life if he didn't. And so I had to strip. Okay, this little fly is about to piss me the fuck off. I had to strip in front of everybody. I'm talking whole body out, whole penis out, shirt gone, socks gone, like everything gone. The only thing that was blocking my dick was this, okay? I was like, by the way, I'm not married. This is just cute, and this is the only ring that this fits on, because no part of the body is perfectly symmetrical. This finger is actually... Yeah, I got fully naked on stage. And, you know, when Jordan initially asked me about that shit, I was like, I don't think I want to do that, Jordan, because I don't want to, like, have everybody at school seeing all of that. Like, no. But then I thought about it, and I was like, this really happened to a real person, you know, because the play was based off of his diary entries. So this really happened to a real person. Like, as uncomfortable as it is for me to do it, and as uncomfortable as it's gonna be for people to watch it, obviously he was far more uncomfortable because he was really going through this, you know? So the least I could do is honor his story. You know, that's just how I felt. So I did it. I pulled Jordan aside after a couple rehearsals where we had decided how to stage it because I said I wouldn't do it. I put her to the side and I was like, Jordan, I think I want to do this. And I think it's going to propel me. You know, it's not going to be the first time I'm going to be asked to be nude, semi-nude or whatever, or intimate, based on, you know, the field that I'm going into. So I might as well like get used to it and get accustomed to it. I ended up doing it, and the reaction, like, it was funny because one of the nights that we performed, you could definitely hear people laughing. I'm pretty sure that was Emily. One of my good friends, Emily, was fucking snickering. And this fucking fly, like, I don't like flies. I'm actually allergic to them, fun fact. I don't like mosquitoes. I'm allergic to them too. I'm not allergic to bees, but I lie and tell people that so that when I'm screaming and running, they at least like, oh, okay, he allergic, you know. Yeah, so I did it. It was very liberating. It gave the story all the power that it deserved. And so that was that. And it was just like this some grown shit. I talk about complex shit. I like to talk about messy shit, controversial stuff. I curse a lot. Like, that's just how I am. So I was like, I really need to do this. Like, this is what I want to do. And my dad saw the show, Jesus Christ. And you know, my dad is not like easily perturbed by much. So then we talked about it after, and he was laughing. He's so fucking annoying. He was like, I'm looking at you. You got the same body as me. And I'm like, okay. But anyways, he's just so funny. Like, why would you say that? He's such a crackhead. Okay. But yeah, so those were my challenges or funny moments and things like that. This is, but thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I have more content coming. You can follow me on Instagram. I don't really use Twitter. Twitter just, it's so much going on. Like, it just stresses me out. It's just, it looks like clutter, and I can't. Instagram is very organized, and Twitter is just like a throw up of everything that everyone posted, and it's just a lot for me. So I do have Instagram. Follow me at the Tony Sharp with an E at the end. And yeah, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.